Hi everybody, this is a 1977 Toyota Land Cruiser. I got this truck from my roommate in college, so it's been a long time running with this same original engine in it. And you might see these, but pretty rarely these days because they get rusty and they go to the junkyard. This one was very rusty and has undergone a lot of work to get it in the condition that it is in now. As you're looking at it, you probably don't believe that because it doesn't look that great yet. But it's getting ready to go to the paint shop and get a lot of work on the body. But I did a lot of work on the mechanicals of this thing so that it works well, and we'll take a ride in it pretty soon. So from what you can see, this is a Toyota from long ago, a four-wheel drive vehicle. It was military derived, a lot like a Willys Jeep was in America. So it's a pretty capable vehicle off-road. Not the best road to go, not the best to go down the road, sorry, for a road trip. Not great on the highway, but great in the woods. And great for going out on maybe a picnic out near a lake in the mountains somewhere. So that's good for the moment. We'll take some more clips here in a sec. Welcome back. We're looking into the engine compartment of this Toyota Land Cruiser to see what makes it go. This engine here is a 4.3 liter inline 6-cylinder motor with a 2-barrel fuel injection system. Here's the radiator to cool the system. Here's the alternator to charge this battery to allow it to start. And that's the intake we were talking about. And there are the brakes. Power booster, master cylinder. That allows this thing to stop. Out front, we actually have the steering to steer this thing. The interior of a 77 Land Cruiser is pretty basic stuff, but this is a stick shift, so you got a clutch, you have 4 speeds, and then you have choices between low and high gearing and 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. They have to be manually locked, not like fancy new cars, so you have to go outside the truck and lock the front wheels independently. You can do windshield wipers, which I did a new windshield wiper switch that had broken, for your fan to try and get some heat, and your cigarette lighter, hazards, turn signals like anything else, and of course, steering wheel. Pretty basic. I redid the seats, front and rear. They were in pretty bad shape. Had to put in new floors because there were no floors for the most part. And that's about it in here. Inside the glove compartment is actually the computer that runs the engine. So that's always a fun spot to put it. Again, we're on the front of the truck. We're going to go underneath it this time. We have a really heavy-duty bumper that I added. We have new shackles, hard shackles in the front to keep the truck from moving around when it runs into more difficult terrain. The springs have been on here for a while. I reused the springs, have new hardware holding the springs on. Moved the steering box, as I said earlier, up front, because that way you only have one attachment to the wheels. It makes the steering effort a lot less, but it does not have power steering. Replace the steering damper. This keeps you from getting a lot of feedback when you're hitting tougher parts of the road. We'll go under a little bit. This is the front differential, and the front and rear differentials are 10-inch, which is pretty unusual. Very big, very heavy duty for this truck. The exhaust headers hanging down here, the engine, the transmission, the transfer case, drive shaft here. Still have a little bit of a leak I gotta work on fixing. The exhaust system coming back, the rear differential we talked about, the front one and the rear one. New shocks all the way around, Bilstein's, really good quality. New exhaust all the way back, it's all stainless. And the tires, we have good off-road tires on here. That's about it. Go ride around the neighborhood. See if this truck actually works. Off we go. At Toyracle to do some great work. This is the proper commuter vehicle for everybody to drive. Gotta have it. here.